Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at a new packable backpack from Tortuga. Packable backpacks are a really versatile travel accessory, particularly if you're traveling with a larger travel backpack, as I typically like to do. I can place this inside of that bag, and when I arrive at my destination, I'll have something smaller and more lightweight for my day-to-day activities. Tortuga has had some great packable backpacks in the past, so I was excited to see this newer addition to their lineup that seems to have the aesthetics that they've been using on some of their more recent releases. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about what it's been like to use this over the past couple of weeks. I'll show you how I've loaded it out, walk through the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing, as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, the appearance here doesn't feel super different from some of the other packable backpacks that I've used. You do have some of these same design touches and style that we saw on something like Tortuga's travel laptop backpack, which I featured on the channel. I really enjoyed using that one. So it does have pretty minimal modern vibe as far as packable backpacks go. There's not a ton of attachment points, straps. It's not a very technical looking bag. So I think that gives it a versatility that will still allow it to work well in the outdoors, but it's going to allow it to also fit in great into a more urban setting. And then as far as the materials, this feels pretty solidly built. This exterior fabric is a ripstop 70D nylon. So that's going to help keep the bag very lightweight, easy to pack, but also provide enough durability and weather resistance for the types of things that you might be using this for. Beyond that, you also have some really nice YKK zippers all throughout. Continuing along the outside of the bag, I was happy to see that you have two external water bottle pockets, one on each side, that have a good amount of space and elasticity. I was able to fit my 26-ounce Yeti Rambler in there pretty comfortably. You can probably fit something bigger depending on how the main area is loaded out, even though these expand outwardly. Because the bag is not rigid in any way, you can start to have things bumping up against each other, but still nice to have both of these pockets for holding not only water bottles, but maybe tripods or other accessories. And then because of that elasticity, they just kind of hug the bag when they're not in use. They also have a little loop that will allow you to either open it, or you can probably clip something on with a carabiner. Beyond that, not a lot else going on the outside. You have the Tortuga logo on the front, so it blends in pretty nicely. It's not too obvious. And then at the bottom, you have this gridded pattern, which helps just kind of break up the all black appearance of the bag. At the top, you have pretty nice handle. It's not super thick or anything like that, but it has enough space to allow you to grab the bag easily. As far as the capacity, the bag comes in at about 19 liters, which is a really nice capacity as far as packable backpacks go. Because of their flexible and simple layouts, even something with 19 liters feels like it can hold a pretty good amount, as you'll see when we walk through the items that I have in here. And I like that even when it's a little bit more packed out, it still maintains a pretty slim and compact profile, making it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and using as a personal item on any airline. Taking a look at the harness system, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear, especially compared to some of the other common packable backpack style harnesses. The amount of padding that's offered here is pretty nice. It's got this sort of honeycomb type pattern that also has a nice amount of breathability. There is some padding here. It's not as thin as some of the straps that you tend to see on these style of bags, while still allowing it to pack away easily. On the straps, you also have a couple of attachment points where you could hang your sunglasses, a clip on a light, or other accessories. And then you have an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. Moving into the back paneling, this has also been surprisingly comfortable. I think this is an area where this bag will stand out compared to many of the other packable options that are on the market, as it feels like it has a little bit more padding and comfort than these style of bags tend to have. You have the same type of material and patterning that we saw on the straps, and there's even a little bit of elevation to provide you with some ventilation while you're walking around. Of course, this bag isn't going to have a frame sheet or a ton of support or structure, as that's what allows it to pack away, but still, I think that this is a pretty good balance as far as providing a little bit more in the way of comfort than what you might tend to find with something of this size and packability. Jumping into the organizational options, the layout here is very simple. Besides the external water bottle pockets, you have one quick access pocket at the top. I really like the amount of space that this offers. I'm always a big fan of these style compartments that has enough volume to hold the items that I'm grabbing most often during the day. So here I have my sunglasses, I have a charging cable, And I also have my GoPro. This is also the pocket where the bag will pack away into itself when you want to throw it into a larger travel bag, like the Tortuga Travel Backpack Lite, which I just released a video for if you want to check that out. And then opening up the main compartment, this is a lockable compartment, which is a nice touch. And then this is a top-loading bag, but this comes down enough to make it, pretty easy to see into the majority of the volume. At 19 liters, this was able to hold a pretty impressive amount, even some bulkier items here. So at the top, I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones. I have a packable rain jacket. I have my Evergood Civic Access pouch, 1 liter. I have the Bellroy Tech case. And then at the bottom, I have the Evergood Civic Access pouch, 2 liters. And I also have my Levitate portable standing desk, just to show the height and to give it a little bit of structure. And these are not all the pouches that I would typically have if I was actually just traveling. So there wouldn't be quite as much to stuff the bag with, but I wanted to show how much the 19 liters could handle. Very similar to some of my larger EDC loadouts. And then on the inside, you can see that it has the lighter lining on the back, which is nice, along with the slight padding. There's no additional slip pockets on the inside here, so very much just a simple, large open area for anything that you might be carrying. So pouches will be very helpful. You may, compare it with something like the compression packing cube as well. This is an item that I featured in the travel backpack video, but this compression packing cube from Tortuga has been really great as far as just allowing me to store more stuff. Got everything there tightly packed away. It saves some space. You got a nice handle that will fit very comfortably into here. And this packing cube at the moment has just a couple of pants, which take up normally a lot of space in my travel bag. So it's got this top loading layout here, but if I was traveling somewhere and I was taking a mini trip within the other trip, I might pack the packing cube into this small bag here to just get around. So just really great travel accessories. I love the lightweight materials that Tortuga has here. And then, as I mentioned earlier, as far as being able to pack this away, you pack it into its own compartment. It's a pretty simple, straightforward process. Then you can zip that up and it's ready to go. You can toss it into your travel backpack, and then when you arrive at your destination, you can open it up easily and you're good to go. So really like the materials and the style of the bag. It's a really simple layout. It's not gonna replace maybe some of the packable bags that you might already be comfortable using if you have something that you like, but if you need one for your next trip and you want something, lightweight, reliable, that's gonna offer a nice amount of space, then this is gonna be a really great option to take a look at. And so to wrap up, it's been a pretty good experience testing out the Tortuga Packable Backpack over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase this on Tortuga's site for around $80, which to me feels like a pretty reasonable price considering the features and the build quality that it has to offer, and it's also going to compare well to some of the other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of is the Air Go Pack 2, which has been one of the packable bags that I've used the most over the past year. I really love the organizational layout that bag has. It just has a little bit more pocketing than this one. The straps offer a nice amount of comfort. They feel a little more robust than this one. That one doesn't pack down quite as small. It doesn't pack into its own pocket. It just lays really flat. You can also roll it up as it doesn't have a ton of structure. So it's just a different style of packable bag, but I think it works quite well. And if you're in the market for something lightweight, but you just need something that's a little bit closer to a traditional day pack, and that's gonna be one of the best options to take a look at. Another packable bag this made me think of is the Matador Beast 28, which like this one has really lightweight and weather resistant materials. It's got a little bit more of a technical aesthetic, so it's got attachment points to clip on additional accessories, a place for your hiking poles. I really like the harness system on that one, particularly for a packable bag. It's quite comfortable. It's got a nice amount of breathability, an interesting flexible frame that allows you to twist it and pack it into a shape that's not quite as small as this one. I tend to use that one more flat, so I place it on top of everything that I'm packing, like the Go Pack 2. So it's just a really solid option, and if you're looking for something weather resistant, outdoorsy to pair with a larger backpack, then that's gonna be an excellent option to consider. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Bullet Ruck from GoRuck, which is another great, more compact option that is often used as a smaller companion with GoRuck's larger travel bags. That's how I really like to use that one. And the Bullet Ruck lineup has expanded quite a bit, so now they have a variety of options, materials, fabrics, sizes. I really like the newer ripstop nylon Bullet Rucks as they pack down a little bit flatter, they feel lighter weight. And I really like the harness systems that the Bullet Rucks have. It's a little bit more robust. They're gonna take up more space and be heavier than something like this. It's a little more of a full-fledged day bag, but if that's what you're looking for, but still in a form factor that can fit into a larger travel bag, then that's gonna be one of the best options to take a look at. With that being said, the Tortuga Packable Backpack holds up pretty well against all those options, and if you're looking for a truly packable day bag that can be, placed into its own pocket and that's gonna offer a surprising amount of comfort for that style of bag, as well as a nice, simple organizational layout, then this is gonna be a really great option to take a look at. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the updated packable backpack from Tortuga and how it compares to some of the other popular day bags that are currently on the market. And if there's any similar options that you think that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank Tortuga for sending the bag for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.